and welcome forward to Reasonings Like You at the Tree of Life. I'm your host, the great owl, in presence of my co-host, Brother Ramon Singh.
Perfect love.
Perfect love.
Perfect love.
So, Brother Singh, we're talking about the flow of, the times. Some people might say these are the times of great trials and tribulation, right? And it's the word of the Lord is declaring the way, which is the way to come out of the darkness and find a way to, the heavenly abode, the paradise, that Zion and earth are until our heavenly abode. But this time of distraction, I mean, is it truly a time of great distraction? Are we just over-exaggerating and just saying a lot of things? Do you think this is really that time that we need to be really focused and sharpened in all of our wits and our ways about us?
Yes, sir. Man, the distraction in these times so high. Everywhere is just distractions, pleasures of the flesh. Everywhere, especially in these times, with all of these media and the fear scandals and man, you see me? The distraction turn up. You see me?
No, I'm getting you clearly on that now.
Yeah, man. So people take time and lose focus off of what them supposed to be focusing on. Too distracted with Babylon lies and confusion.
Sucked in.
And it might not be evil something bad, not say evil or fearful, but we're distracted in the worldly things so much. Caught up in it,
It's like we lost our sense of being present. Because no matter what you're doing or want to do, you want to be present. If you're not present of what you are or who you are and what you're doing, it's like it now no meaning, it doesn't have any value to you. It's like you're here and it's just like you're in space. The disassociative, functionality, like what is being programmed to these, occultic and these, information stream. Like the distraction is like looking out into a giant screen segmented in 10,000 little applications of individual lust and fetishes, right?
Yes, sir.
And so all these things just is bombarding you like this psychedelic, psychotropic overload. So it's like there's a transhumanic, there's just this agenda that's popping through that people are just losing rooting because it's literally creating something new. It's like if you're feeding this plant and love and the good nutrients, you can see it growing up a certain way. So it knows what it is and how to stay in its processes because it has to make chlorophyll through, have to make food from the sunlight. It has to do that. It has to take the nutrients on the side. So if it is distracted and depends upon a human putting artificial or synthetic food or some fancy food into its system, when the human no longer does that, what's going to happen? It's going to die or it's going to become severely malnourished, right? So what happens is that's what's happening to the inner soul because the fact is it's being starved of attention. So people don't even know that living spirit no more. And then each generation now, we see the distraction getting heavier now that even when they drop the so-called samdemic, bamdemic, one-demic, because it's like a one-day waste. Mask, this, that. And so it sort of made people just go, ooh, and whoa. And I was always studying human behavior from before, and I was studying to see who was most afraid of their fellow humans. And so they were the ones that were most chronically paralyzed in terms of their behavior and was most removed from the society in the longest sense. And when they did reintegrate in society, they were the ones that took all of the so-called predetermined precautions that was given by the same system that gave them the discomfort in the first place, right? I recognize that people who were not like that state of thinking, people who had a little bit more trust, a little bit more understanding, and a little bit more of a true connection with each other, never wanted to remove themselves from the social interaction or the social ingathering because that's when the energy copulates onto itself and becomes more expansive, right? So those people weren't buying the distraction. They were drawing together. But I looked at those who were obviously so scared of their own selves, and their experience of others as well. I'm scared of that too. So now here was a perfect chance for them to say, stay away, social distance. Ma'am, sir, where's your... You need to put it on. Right? You notice almost these, what's that? It's like, this has got this, wow, what's that? It's like some beer is coming out now, you know? And it's like, I want to just, like it's want to explode. Calm down, sir. Calm down, ma'am. Calm down. Calm down, that's a human being. You used to see them before this came around. And you're going to see them after. So don't get confused. But she's not. Calm down, sir. Calm down. It's like, what's happening? Distracted, distracted, distracted. And all of a sudden, no. There's a new narrative, and the new narrative is creating its own kind of, zombification, a reunification with that which means nothing of value. So it's like one time we were like this, so-called dark ages, because nothing new under the sun. They were throwing their babies in the fire and dancing and reveling and drinking and snuffed up and whacked out and all that, right? While the children were burning and the screens were hovering and they were drumming away and dancing away. What debauchery, what revelry. And now they got the society of these witches and these warlocks wielding these wands now in these little cartoons and these little storybooks, these little games, and everybody's got their Alice in Wonderland, their Peter Panning away of these little pedophiles that's just in the children's life, and these weirdo guys, weirdo women, and these psychopaths that are in important jackets and suits, and they got these unsuitable ideas that they want to put in people's lives, like, what, you think people are creepy psychos like yourself? What's happening? But then everybody's like, well, this is the way things, how could that be the way things ought to be or is? Who's bringing that shit over here saying we ought to accept that? That's a distraction from what's actual, like your kids are here, your lives are here, your significant other, your one of personal interest. She's in front of your eyes right now. He's in front of your eyes. He needs not just the superficial argument of, baby, do you care? Baby, are you here? He truly needs a soul that's there when he needs that, when she needs that. It's not something that you sit down and read. On page 32, right here, great Alman Brother Singh says, you should smother her with love. You should mother him like the mother you are. No, it's not that. It's for you to recognize that through a spark of divine inspiration, my brother, my sister, you need to be able to be in touch with the feelings of another. You can't solve a situation for them. So what you create is an atmosphere where they can feel supported in their conditions, because conditions aren't always as predictable. So you don't always know if it's going to take a month to get her out of this. She's sleeping every day in the bed and she ain't getting out here. I'm like, what's happening to my wife? No, brother, calm down. You might not be a psychologist, you might not be a genius in that regard, but you just want to take care of that woman and love that woman. Give her a little time, you know. And in the morning, sometimes you don't just open the shutters on her. You gently ease a little bit of that light in. And you gently put, because you got some sense in your head and you're not just a black-headed husband or a black-headed wife. You learn that, oh, there's a little things you can have, like some fruits in the morning, little things in the morning that carry a little bit of electrolytes, a little bit of light energy that warms their soul and lifts them up. But you just bring the old heavy food that you thought, oh, this is a comfort food when we were dating. Dude, sir, mister, ma'am, that stuff is laced with sugar. It ain't good, and it ain't making them feel good. It's actually draining the good out of them at that moment. So, you know, in how you're dealing with stuff, just really give them some time and the compassion. You know, this is the real world we're talking about. Come here, it's not Grey's Anatomy. Stay with me. Yeah, you need to give some attention. Yeah, but no smother. Don't overdo. Little light. Bring some light in. Bring some warmth in. Take the baby steps with them. Yeah, do the cha-cha if you have to. Do this. Yeah, just 7 minutes a day. Yeah, might do the trick. So don't be distracted by what's happening out there. You got a family, you got interest, you got destiny, you got the Most High on your thought processes. Keep him on the thought processes. You got the holy angels, hallelujah, on your thought processes. Keep them on the thought processes. They got fuel for that flame of your life that you need to fill and you need to fulfill. So let's sing.
Yes, sir. One, we're distracted with Netflix, you know. I binge watch things day and night. You know, season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the time, just I watch this Netflix series.
You know
you
you're
know?
guilty. You know you are. We've been
Too much of one thing no good. You see me? Yeah, cause Babylon and them pleasures and them distractions. You see me? That's why we know about it.
Yes.
That's why we can speak about it.
Hashem.
Cause we see Babylon with them confusion and we are call it out.
Yes.
You see me? We see Babylon with them YouTube same way. And we are call it out because what? Distractions. Distracted with people who you subscribe to, and you have to watch them before you can move on and do anything else, you know?
That's true.
Distraction, you know? The things what they want to do might benefit you, you know?
Interesting,
Yeah,
yeah.
and interesting and benefit you, you know, but
Measures,
what?
man.
Too much distraction and
Sure.
you know focus on the right things.
Yes.
Now focus on the wife, now focus on the children, now focus on the family, you know, now focus on my friends. I said, John, our friend, they in one dark place right now, and I know I can help him, you know. He just need just a listening ears, he just need some positive words. I just need to allow them distraction right now.
Absolutely.
And put some attention upon my brethren, you see me?
True that.
And help out my brethren and lift up him energy, you see me? Put some attention upon the daughter and say, come daughter, let me teach you something about this world, you know? Let me teach you about God. Let me teach you a lesson today. Every day teach them a lesson, you know? More attention to the wife, you know? Because the wife love attention, you know? And that them love, you know? So and them need the attention, so we can't distracted with too much of Babylon. And we not give attention to the Most High. Not give attention to our family. Not give attention to our friends. And we not give attention to the passerbys.
Yes.
You see me? People are passing by and we just ignore them. Yeah. We not give them no attention. And if we just stop them little and say, brother, you know about Christ? You might start a conversation right there. Yes. You know? And you might save him life. And he might say, man, let me open back my Bible and look in it again. You know?
Transformative, man.
Yeah. Because you can plant a seed anywhere you go, you know.
True that.
It might not go turn one big tree in a one night. But you plant the seed and somebody else come and water it. And the next one pass and water it. Okay. And it just a grow. Yes. And it'll grow. You see me?
Serving
and probably come back round to you for water it again. Absolutely. And you water it again and say, my turn for water again, you know? Yes. And the most I take time water it till it turn a big fruitful tree. And it end up a feed many.
Just
like spread the good news.
Just like the vine.
Yes, I.
Because that's it right there. It can bring forth much fruit.
Yes, I.
It's much people that is in need of that spiritual food.
Yeah, we can't too distracted in our mind. If we not notice somebody passing us who need little Christ in them life, they need the light of the Most High.
True that.
To wake them up. Because they must sleep.
That's the essence of it. Something lull them to sleep, you know. And if we see them sleeping knowing that we can wake them to the good news, it's like, it makes you feel a little bad in yourself to know that, you know, you leave them like that sleeping because you yourself would want to be awake. Because even though the dream might seem nice, anyone that's dreaming and is saying that they want to stay dreaming is somewhat confused or somewhat hurt. Because no one just wants to dream when no one just wants to dream when you live in a world of actuality. Everyone wants their dream to become real, to become actual, right? So you don't want to wake them up out of that dream state to come into the state of actuality. So there are a lot of people that are out there dreaming, and this is the Lord is saying, because it just came to, that's why you heard when it switched in me. He's saying there's a lot of people dreaming, and the dream is represented as some belief system, Saba, that they have. Hey, the belief system is these organizations they join, these groupings, these covens, these things that's what the distraction is. That's what's causing the darkness in. That's what's taking them away from the spirit. That's what's keeping them away from the true harmony, that light, that love, that value they're looking for. They're distracted in these beliefs, in these thoughts, these things that is going contrary to what they truly need, right? It's like we use religion and the thoughts of others about religion to cover the experience and sway the argument. But it's the experience of Christ that is explicable, and that comes through personal connection. And that is why when you find a true brother, sister, true believer, that's what they point to, that you should have that personal relationship, because when God is active in you for yourself, you won't be easily drawn because, hey, she said it, he said it. It will be good when you have correlations, and it's kind of good to find that people agree with you, but it's not for the sake of agreement that you should act on what you believe. It's for the sake of that it is right and just and truthful, and if you stand on it, you're getting the power of the divine. For the people who are having wrong methodologies towards the faith, wrong methodologies towards the good outcomes, that's why you're doing one thing expecting something else, and the two is not aligned. They are light years apart, they are eons apart, right? One will not grow into the other, like peaches and pears, right? One will not be the other. So what you're doing is peach and you're expecting pear. It's not going to become a hybridizing, it won't make it so. Creating a statement that suggests that is a peach here, it's not going to have a peerage, right? It's not going to change it. Okay? So all of the geomone and the distracting things and mixing genes, it's not going to change the fact that we are subject to the biological laws of God and nature as how we are created to be. And so therefore we have to honor that and honor them things that don't make some little philosophies and attitudes and some little promises of some utopian notion drag us away from what our parents show us that was necessary. Like literally, you spend time with your family. If you don't have one, spend time in the state of mind that you need to prepare yourself for your family. Nobody can design that for you, so don't play the prototype, because that's what I say is distraction. It's good to read a book, but listen, you can't have 200 how-to books. It's just how fact. I mean, this is what we do, but I'm saying, one of the things with me and clients, I always say, I have this weaning off thing about me, like I wean them, like after a certain amount of sessions, we really shouldn't be communicating. It's like, they feel like it's didactic like that, like that's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying that if I'm really being as the Lord, hallelujah, has made me to be in your life, that's how I see the Lord has placed me in my life. Because remember, we're not growing in the same society, we're not physically, biologically, psychologically friends like that. I don't know you, you don't know me. You're trusting on what I have put out there, right? So, based upon what is put in me to give to you, when I know in myself, hallelujah, that it's best transposed to you, is when you have grasped it and I aren't any crutch to you. I am not no appendage to you. I am not, oh, let's see what Great Owl says right now. Great Owl, God sent me a vision. I think I should. If God sent you a vision, why are you asking Great Owl? God sent you a vision. That's God. It's God talking to Great Owl too. So God sent you. God gave you a vision. Act on what God has said. Hallelujah. Act on what God has said. You don't need to come to my opinion now to say, Great Owl, Brother Ramon, it's already God that said that. He says, try the spirit within yourself. Prove that spirit. So if it's doubt you're doubting, you can figure it out for yourself. Hallelujah. So it's good that we are doing these. It's good that this is our calling. It's good that you should come and ask for the help through the Wizio or through the personal sessions we do on WhatsApp. It's good that you should do that. But when you really grasp it after a while, you'll become awake to yourself and realize that I'm just like your brother and your sister, and probably later on down the road too, you're going to have to offer a word, hallelujah, to me. Just as resonant, or even more powerful than the word I gave to you. It's not about favoritism here, it's about reality. That's what it is, right? So when some people see me like, I'm not the kind of person that's always sending a message, or do you think I think I'm special? It's not because I think that I'm special, why I'm doing it this way. It's because I know ultimately the human life in its individuation is such a beautiful thing that no one should really interfere in a human's expression and experience of themselves. All we can offer is a reassurance or a spark of the living spirit. You're sharing that light, yeah? But what keeps you going isn't the spark that I've given unto you. It's the fact that there's a mechanism, there is a source that can maintain the light in you. There is a wick that is dipped in the eternal spirit of the I Am. That is what that will keep burning. I am just that, I am lit, and by the spark of the divine, I'm lit and I'm kept burning, and so therefore I can share my light and then help to spark that light in you so that you can now burn within the celestial light. But it is not that I am the duty bound that has brought this light to you. No, I'm just sharing the light. And as such, when you spark it, you also ought to do the same to your fellow brother or sister, your fellow human, who you see in the darkness too, who you see need that light. When they come unto you for that reassurance, give them the power to be truly awaken themselves, not needing a third wheel, not needing you to call you every week because, oh my God, you have not given them the tools to truly be psychologically independent and psychologically free. So anyone who's done my processes, hallelujah, can tell you, I give them the tools to be completely independent and free, not to be dependent on me, only be connected and dependent to the Most High. Anyone that's ever come through any process, you know it ends in baptism. That's how we do it around here. That's all. Hallelujah. It's not done any other way, and it's not going to be done any other way because it's done in baptism. That's all it is, right? Because it's not our works we're doing. Brother, sing before we get out of here.
Yeah, man, you don't know, just stay away from the distractions of this world, you know. Try our best to draw closer to God and after His righteousness. And love Babylon and them pleasures and them distractions, you know, and them manipulations and deceptions. Love it. You see me?
Leave it alone. Remember the things which are of value. Give yourself quiet time, away from all the noise, away from all of the distractions, eh? And sometimes, you know, if you have your young children, you know, over time, take them into that space with you to get them into the process of having their little family devotions and, you know, getting closer to God in terms of the right music and the right sound, yeah? Where you can create an ambience and an atmosphere where you are, you know, imbued into the closer spirit of the Most High God, yeah? And when you need a little help from your brothers and sisters out there, or from the therapists, or from the people that you go there, be very wary and be very careful for those who are just stringing you along like a little sugar pill placebo to keep you coming back. Be very careful of those people, right? Be very empowered by those who remind you and return you to the essence of yourself and point you to the true healer, which is in Yeshua Mashiach. Hallelujah. The true balm in Gilead. So breaking free from all the distractions, you are beautiful, loving, kind people. Be strong in all your outlook. Continue to support the Seala Media Patreon page, and you know get to check out some of the merchandise. It keeps us productive and keeps a lot of these things that we can have the cameras and repair, you know, any equipment that goes on, because it's a constant battle around here with the forces of darkness. Yeah, to keep these things going, you know, keep supporting the wizio.com/Life Television Network. Yeah, our mini therapy healing session. You know, searching for the divine light within. Just basically, you know, healing, divine healing, how to be that light, how to find that true nature, that true self, personal questions that you have that are directed through Wizio to yours truly, that I answer personally and relate to personally. So once again, continue to support the Trail Life movement. Give thanks to all who are interested in coming to do retreats and hang with us and to participate in our ministry businesses and our ministry services, right? Yeah, so once again, it's been an awesome experience. Keep your focus on the Spirit of Yahuwah, the true love, the true light. In Yeshua Mashiach's name, we pray, we give thanks to the soul. Until next time, this has been a great owl and Brother Ramon Singh.
Perfect
Amazing that is their life. Perfect love.
Perfect love.
Perfect love.